Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a new chapter, and that is theory of sets. So today we are going to study sets, right? Now, before coming on to sets, I want to tell you that set theory was first developed by Georg Cantor. Now, he was the first to develop the set theory. So, what is a set actually? Now, a set is a collection it is a collection of well defined objects, right? A set is a collection of well defined objects. Now, in order a collection to be a set, it should have a universal acceptance. That means the set should be accepted by every and each person in the world. Now, let me explain this to you. If I say a collection of English vowels, will this be a set? The answer is yes, because English alphabets that are vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. Now, every person in this world will accept this. So, this is a set. On the other hand, if I say a collection of 5 best books in the world, now here every person will differ that I have a different liking for 5 books and you have a different liking for 5 books. So here there will be not a universal acceptance. So in this case, the collection of 5 different books or 5 best book in the world can't be called as a set. So the condition for a collection to be a set is that it should have a universal acceptance, and that is what we mean by well defined objects, right? Now, a set is usually represented by capital letters, right? So I'll give you an example. Now you represent a set by a capital letter, and then you put equal to after that, and after that you put some braces, and here you write the collection, and after that you enclose it with braces. Now, as an example, let me say a collection of even numbers from 1 to 10. So how would I write that? I would write A equal to even numbers from 1 to 10 would be 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Now note here that it is represented by a capital letter. You have to put braces, and each element of the set is separated by a comma, right? Now individual sections are called elements. These are called elements of the set A, right? Now you can see that 2 belongs to A, 4 also belongs to A, 6 also belongs to A, and so on up to 10 belongs to A. So in mathematics we write 2 belongs to A. We can also write 4 belongs to A. Now 11 does not belong to A, so we write it as 11 does not belong to A. This is how we write belongs to, or we can say this is the representation, some of the representation in sets, right? Now basically there are 2 methods of representing a set. The first method is the roster method, or you can say roster or tabular method, or I can say tabular form. You have roster form or you have tabular form. The second way of representing a set is a set builder form. We have a set builder. form, right? So let us discuss each of these now. Now let us first discuss roster or tabular form, right? Now what does roster or a tabular form mean? Now in a roster or in a tabular form, now all the elements of a set are written. Now this is the necessary condition in a roster form, that you have to write all the elements of a set. Now in the above example, when I told you a collection of even numbers from 1 to 10, you wrote all the elements, right? You wrote 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now this is a roster form. Now if I give you another example, let me say, how about writing school in roster form? Now the common mistake that the students make here is that you make a set, and when you write all the elements, for you this is a set, right? But the one thing that I forgot to tell you is that the elements of a set are not repeated. Now if you can see here, O gets repeated, right? So you don't have to repeat the elements. So the correct way of writing school in tabular or roster form will be simply S, C, H, O, and L. See here, all the elements are distinct and they are not repeated. Now this is the way of writing a roster or a tabular form. Now this second form, which I am going to discuss with you, is set builder form. We have a set builder form, right? Now what does set builder form mean? Now in a set builder form, you don't write each and every element. What you do is just you define the property of a set. Now if I take this example, the common property of each element in the set was they all were even numbers, right? They all were even numbers from 1 to 10. So this is what we do in set builder form. In set builder form, we define a set by its property. Now if I give an example of a set of vowels A, E, I, O, and U. Now if I tell you this is in tabular form or roster form, and if you have to convert this tabular form into set builder form, what you will do is that you will first write the capital letter, put the braces on, and then you will define the property of this set. Now the property of this set is that the set, each and every element of this set is a vowel of an English alphabet. So what you will do, you just write a random number, let me say X, and then you define the property of this X. Now the property will be X is a vowel in English alphabet, right? You write any general alphabet. This can be any general alphabet. You can represent it by Y, you can represent it by Z, but make sure that it is small. And then after that, what you do is that you define the property of the X. This is the way of set builder form. Now if I have to take another example, now let me take an example from the book. Now if I say I have a set, let me say 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. they can now these numbers can have a numerous property. One of the property is that they are all even numbers. Another property I can say is that all these numbers are divisible by 2. So you can define this set by either of the two, right? Let so I'll write it as a set A, and I will define it by x, and I'll write the property of the x. This is abbreviated as such that these two dots x such that x is divisible by 2, right? Now this is how set builder form is represented. Now basically set builder form is used when we have so many numbers that it becomes illogical to write all the elements of the set. If I example For example, if I take a set of natural numbers, it will go up to infinity. So what we'll do, we won't use, in that case we won't use the tabular form. We'll just use this set builder form, in which we'll just represent it by an alphabet, and we'll define the property of the alphabet as x such that x is a set of a natural numbers, right? So that is the difference between tabular form and set builder form, and this is why we prefer, most of the times we prefer set builder form in comparison to tabular form. Now I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and study smart.